The future of the NCIS spin-off series is uncertain, particularly for NCIS, Sydney, due to a troubling trend in the franchise. While the original NCIS has thrived, recent years have seen the cancellation of several location-based spin-offs, including NCIS, New Orleans, NCIS, Los Angeles, and NCIS, Hawaii. This shift away from location-oriented series raises concerns about NCIS, Sydney, which premiered in 2023 and represents the franchise's final location-based spin-off. Despite its unique approach with serialized storytelling and international appeal, its future may be at risk if the trend continues. This NCIS trend makes me nervous for the future of one spin-off. I'm starting to get nervous about the future of an NCIS spin-off series because of a trend sweeping the franchise. Launched in 2003 on CBS, the evolving NCIS franchise comprises 8 shows, with the original having 21 seasons under its belt. Despite the longevity of the flagship series, many of the spin-offs have ended in recent years. The cancellations follow a trend shifting the nature of what NCIS presents to its audience. Following the new trend I've seen throughout the franchise, one series could get the axe as NCIS progresses into the future. NCIS departing from their location-based premise makes me nervous for NCIS, Sydney. NCIS, Sydney was filmed on location in Sydney, Australia. NCIS has an impressive track record. It recently celebrated the 1000th episode of NCIS between the flagship and its many spin-offs. However, many of the series that helped to establish the franchise's strong past will not blaze forward into its future. Only one of the series that helped the franchise achieve its massive feat will continue in the 2024 to 2025 TV cycle, which boasts 3 NCIS series. Instead, the franchise is introducing entirely new content that is changing the future of the shared NCIS universe. I've seen a trend of NCIS canceling its location-based spin-off series, which makes me nervous about NCIS, Sydney's future. The Australian-based series premiered in 2023 during the writers' strike, which prevented CBS from producing its regular roster of fall shows. NCIS, Sydney filled a vital content need during the 2023 to 2024 TV cycle, which broadcasted primarily reruns. Since it was shot on location, utilizing local sites provided the series with stunning scenery. Still, the series' focus on Sydney adheres to the NCIS franchise's former tradition of producing spin-offs with a location-oriented premise, from which it is rapidly departing. NCIS, Sydney is the franchise's final location-based spin-off. NCIS, Sydney is the only NCIS spin-off that has a location-oriented premise. I can sense the series' mixed reception, but I thought the way NCIS, Sydney utilized the local landscape and other assets to produce a series that filled a severe demand for programming was impressive. NCIS, Sydney's relevant premise mixed American and Australian agents in Sydney Harbour, forming the AFP/NCIS Sydney Task Force. The series felt true to NCIS in its most classic form, emulating the best characteristics of Leroy Jethro Gibbs' team from the first few NCIS seasons. That said, the Sydney-centered series emulating the original series without distinctive character connections to the NCIS flagship could be devastating. Primarily, NCIS, Sydney's most substantial assets for staying afloat are the aspects of the series that initially distinguished it from the other location-based series. For instance, NCIS, Sydney was the first location-based series, or any NCIS series for that matter, to introduce serialized storytelling. As such, every episode of NCIS, Sydney is more connected, giving viewers a more immersive, continuous experience. Additionally, NCIS, Sydney introduced an international presence and aired to a global audience. It leans into another franchise trend, highlighting NCIS offices outside the United States, like the Far East office in NCIS. Which NCIS location-based spin-off the NCIS franchise has already cancelled. The cameras are off at fictional NCIS offices around the United States. It's been sad to watch NCIS canceling some of their most beloved series, all with a location-oriented premise. The franchise first canceled NCIS, New Orleans in 2021, bidding the Bayou-based series farewell after 7 seasons on CBS. Then, the franchise decided to pull the plug on NCIS, Los Angeles in 2023. The series was the universe's most established location-based series, with 14 seasons. Finally, in 2024, CBS canceled NCIS, Hawaii. The series was the newest franchise installment, only airing for only 3 seasons. Despite this, I think there are several reasons NCIS, Hawaii's cancellation was a mistake. Canceled NCIS series. Years active. NCIS, Los Angeles. 2009 to 2023. NCIS, New Orleans. 2014 to 2021. NCIS, Hawaii. 2021 to 2024. The cancellation of NCIS, Hawaii before Season 4 was the most surprising, as the series brought refreshing aspects to the franchise that distinguished it from other shows. Vanessa Lachey was the first female lead for the NCIS franchise and the first Asian American to lead an NCIS series. The series also centered on a relationship between 2 women, bringing rich diversity to the characters of NCIS, Hawaii. NCIS would repeat a devastating mistake they made when canceling Lachey's series if they end Sydney. NCIS, Sydney Special Agent Michelle Mackey is now the only female lead in the NCIS franchise.